Hello, child of God. I welcome you once again to Christ Without Borders. Now, yesterday, as I watched what was going on in Texas and other states sending their state troopers to go there in Texas to help, in whatever Texas is doing to try to stop the migrants from coming. One of the things that came to me was that the United States is distracted. Now, when you look, when we know what's going on out there in the world with Russia, China, Iran, and all that, and what's happening in the Red Sea area, I think whatever is going on internally in the United States, it's happening at a time that does not really favor the United States. Because if your enemy was the United States, a formidable enemy as that, with all their weapon systems and their very powerful fleets and fighter jets and the military muscle the United States has, and for them to have some of these internal issues, and then not that it's not even that it's even Texas. There are other states that also are encouraging what Texas is doing. It's a very dangerous time, for the United States in terms of their security. And a prophetic message I came here to speak and release somewhere last year, where God spoke about what was coming there in the United States, something that would trigger a lot of the companies, some of the companies that are connected and associated with the United States, to pack their stuff and leave the United States, and as a result, leave families without any source of income, without jobs. As I watched yesterday what I was seeing there in Texas, I realized that the United States was distracted. And then if you have studied Russia for some time, you will know that Russia believes in a preemptive strike. And as I watched what was happening there in Texas with people amassing, I'm seeing trucks, a lot of that distraction, that distraction happening there in the United States is not to the interest of the U.S. It's not to the interest at all. Because once the focus of the whole nation is shifted to another direction, it is easier for the enemies of the United States to strike them unawares. Preemptive strike. And like I released in the other video, and I've said it, for children of God who are in the United States, maybe you're from Africa, you're from Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, South Africa, you go to the United States for work or something, like I released in the other video, and I'm using this as another chance to tell you that there is judgment on the United States of America. There is judgment on that land, wherever you're from, Jamaica, you're from the Caribbean. There is judgment, that land you are on, the United States, there is judgment on the land. So if there's anything you have to do, things you have to close down, things you have to sell up, do it now and get out of the United States, because there is judgment on that land. There is judgment on the land. You are a United States citizen. You've lived there, you were born there. If you can get out of the United States, get out of the United States, because there is judgment on that land. And as I watched yesterday, that's what came to me, that these guys are distracted. Their guard is down. And what is happening in Texas is not only one state. There are a lot of states that are sent their state troopers to go and defend and support what Texas is doing, which means they are also ready to stand up for themselves. That distraction you are seeing there in the United States, it does not go well in their interest, especially at a time as this. Especially in a time as this. And like I was saying some of my videos, how we saw the Russia-Ukraine war, all of a sudden, in a quiet January like this, and we are in 2024 and we have seen certain things like this. And I have taken the opportunity to tell people, I said, get closer to God. We are not controlling what is coming tomorrow. God shares a little he shares with us to come and put it out here so that his children who are willing to listen can be guided, can be safe. I've said it so many times. I said, get closer to God on an intimate level, because we don't know what these guys want to announce tomorrow. I've also spoken about C19 version 2.0. I've spoken somewhere last year. Prepare yourself, buy what you have to buy. Don't wait till they announce it before you'll be running helter-skelter. All of these things are in the pipeline. You get it? If you can get out of the US, get out now, because there is judgment on that land. Get out now. Don't be on the wrong side. You see, don't wait for something to happen before you say, I wish I had moved. I wish I had this. Because when anything happens in the US, as how they are even distracted now, even getting out of the country will be very difficult. Yes, if anything happens, if the enemies of the US decide to take their positions, you will not be able to come out of that country. You can't fly any plane from that country. No, if you try flying any plane from the US, they are going to shoot it down. This is the time. This is the window. Whatever you are doing there, you left Africa to go there to wrap everything up and get out of the US. If you're a US citizen and you are hearing this message, get out of the US, go somewhere. Some of these Mexicans who are crossing the border to even come to the US, I don't even know why they are even coming to the US. I don't know why. Because the land they are coming on, there is judgment on the land. It's just a matter of time. There is judgment on the land. So very soon, those who are moving back to the US, they will have to go back. There is judgment on the land. And another update I received was that Trump was going to win. Another update I received was that Trump was going to win. I've spoken about Donald Trump already in the past, where in that vision, God showed me something like a calendar. And then on the first page, I saw Donald Trump with his vice. It flipped. And I saw Donald Trump with his vice again. And then it flipped the third time, and the person I saw was Barack Obama. It was Barack Obama alone without a vice president. What does that say? Martial law, a form of dictatorship, when Barack Obama comes into that place. But what the update I received was Trump was going to win. We are in 2024. Trump was going to win. And I've even spoken about that for Trump to even come back to power, Joe Biden should perform very badly in office, and we've seen his performance and some of the decisions they've even made, from the White House, But that's one of the updates I received. I just come here to update some of you. If you're in the US, come out of that place, because there is judgment on the land. I even went further. Even the next day, when I came with this message, I spoke about the judgment that was coming on the US. Even the next day, God gave me Revelation chapter 18 and stressed that I should post that video too. Listen, God loves his people, he loves his children. He's using whatever opportunity to reach you, to warn you. You are from Africa. It's time to wrap up your stuff and come back home. Now that there is time. Now that the planes will be able to fly, because when these guys take over, you can't come out of that place. You'll be stuck. Thank you once again.